Hello, my friends. Well, today I want to share some breaking news. I want to do an update from yesterday's video. And I was talking about our friends over there at Tiger Paw and Power MPS, and I was a little bit critical of them not updating those websites. Well, guess what happened? Some of these people actually watched the end of the day with Ray, it appears. I went over to the Tiger Paw website. It's up to date. Copyright 2022. Congratulations, Tiger Paw, on that. I went over to Power MPS. It's still showing 2021. I did look on their website. They show 5 people that work there. I'm thinking maybe there's just 5 people that work there and they could all be on vacation. But I'm sure they're going to get that done. But folks, here's the reality. It's not just little companies that don't update their website. I'm over here on HP's website. Go to the Amplify Partner Program. They got a quote from Christoph Schnell, and they're giving him a title of Chief Commercial Officer of HP Inc. The guy's been gone for months. I mean, what? I'm thinking that the dealers really like Christoph Schnell around the world, and HP just can't admit that he's not there anymore. So it's because, a lot of the dealers, they don't pay attention to anything. They believe whatever the OEMs tell them is truth, and they just go on their little delusional world. And maybe they go to the website and they say, oh, Christoph Schnell, oh yeah, I really like that guy. Let's stay with Amplify. Either that, or so many people are canceling the Amplify program that they're really, really busy and they don't have time to update the website. Folks, this is absurdity. It's so many levels. Okay? A global company that can't update their website. A global company. And they got Christoph Schnell, Chief Commercial Officer, HP Inc., giving one of his quotes about the Amplify program. I mean, they could at least say Christoph Schnell over at Intel thinks this, because he works at Intel now. I wonder if you go to the Intel website, if there's people from HP quoting how great Intel is. I don't know. I mean, I'm just asking the question. That just seems to be a little ridiculous to me for a global player in the marketplace. I mean, think about the new commercial officer. I mean, that person's probably like, why does Christoph get all the credit? He's not even here anymore. I'm sure that person's a little bit upset. So this video, hopefully that'll help out that person. You see, I don't even know who it is without doing some research. When everybody knew it was Christoph Schnell, I mean, he was in the market all the time. He was on LinkedIn all the time, always doing stuff. The new person, you don't even know who it is. Maybe that's why they're still promoting Christoph Schnell as a commercial officer over at HP. Who knows? Lots of crazy stuff out there. But ladies and gentlemen, more news. Our friends over at Konica won a race. And I put a title up here, Race Cars Are All Covered, Who Wins? Let's talk about the race car thing. When there's a race around a track, there's spectators. And those spectators get to see what happened on the track. They see how the car goes into the pit stop. They see if the car's wreck. They see how good the drivers are. And eventually, they get to witness firsthand who won. And I started thinking to myself, what if all covered? What if all covered? Let me pull up this next slide. What if all covered had a stadium full of people that could actually witness what was really going on at all covered? I've been a little bit critical. Kind of coming all around all covered. I keep telling them, why don't you share your damn numbers? Because if it's a success story, that would make shareholders pretty excited probably. It's a publicly traded company. They lost $300 million over the last couple of years. Wouldn't you think if there was some really home runs going on, if they were winning like that race car wins, that they'd be sharing that information? Wouldn't you think? I think they'd be screaming it. I think they would be showing how much profit they're making. They'd be showing the deals they're doing. They would be so damn excited to share that with the shareholders, because the shareholders right now, they're not real excited. They're looking at this print business falling off a cliff. They're looking at 18 acquisitions underneath the all-covered umbrella. They don't even know if they're making any money. I mean, let me ask you a question, folks. Remember when Konica Minolta bought the thermostat business? Yeah, we kind of forgot about that, did we? Are we still selling those things to businesses? Wasn't that kind of a one-off based on the conditions of the world that was never really going to gain any momentum to begin with? Something to think about on that. But boy, if we knew what was really going on at all covered, if we could see all the numbers, if the spectators could see that car going around the race, could you imagine if that Konica race car was in a race and there was nobody in the stadiums? They had a big fence around the stadium so nobody could see what was going on the racetrack. And then at the end of the race, people just started saying they won. I mean, people would be like, what do you mean you won? This person said they won. This person said they were better than you. Well, it would be all up to the individual to decide how they won, right? It's kind of like our industry. We got people that give themselves awards. They create awards all about themselves. I mean, it's just nuts. I truly believe at the end of the day with Ray, he's going to come out with an award program. Of course, I'm going to win all the awards, just like some other nut jobs do in our industry. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the bottom line. We all need to be a stadium looking at everything that's going on. We need to ask questions about everything that's going on. And quit living in this naive world, believing everything we hear. I don't care if it's HP Inc. Incorporated, $50 billion business, or if it's some small PSA tool company. Whatever it is, we need to question as we go forward, because there's going to be a lot of things going on in our industry. And the biggest thing we got to get ready for is major, major cuts. Ladies and gentlemen, major, major cuts. All the OEMs have to do some things. It doesn't appear that they're going to merge or do anything that makes any sense. It appears that they're just going to start figuring out how to control their cost. The yen's at its weakest point in 35 years. No one's even talking about that and how that's going to impact pricing. We still have supply-demand issues. We need consolidation. We need cuts. Those cuts are going to be painful. And the unprepared, well, they're going to find themselves bleeding out on the floor. Just some things to think about, my friends, because everybody watching me knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.